Hey, what's up? Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear me? You guys hear me? Okay. Always happens. I'm sorry. I need to fix my. Keep getting too many technical difficulties with this whole with this streaming thing, and like YouTube is really dumb with it because if you lose your mic, you can't. Oh, okay. I'm getting trolls in here. Okay. If you like lose your mic, you unplug it or something. There's no way to like make it work again. So I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. So ask me questions, guys. And again, unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to ask you to do this. We're going to have to like the stream again. If you guys have liked the last one, just like this one, and we'll get going. Okay, good. All right, guys. So let me know. Yeah, honestly, Jija. How can I get my first 10 initial reviews? So, okay. So it looks like you guys can hear me now. So I think we've solved that problem. Not the first time I had technical difficulties, but and probably not going to be the last. Okay, so how to get your first 10 reviews, guys. I talked about this, to no end. Basically, there's only two simple ways: friends and family, or just go out and do the early reviewer program. Awesome, guys. Awesome. You're the first to hit the like. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do I need to get an LLC in the States, or can I just incorporate here in Canada? So I personally incorporated in Canada. If you guys are international sellers, just incorporate in wherever you are. Like, there's no point of doing it in the US. That's my personal opinion. So I just incorporated. I have an incorporation in Canada, and that's the way I do it. Also, guys, I mentioned this in the last stream that went down. I'll be giving away 2 one-on-one mentorship calls in this actual live stream towards the middle end of it for those of you who stick around and who participate. I'll be picking some of you guys to get the live stream one-on-one call. Jija was like last week's winner, and I had a call with him today. It was really awesome. So yeah. Jija, I didn't light candles today. Actually, it's only 6 p.m. here, so it's not Hanukkah yet. But yeah, after this live stream, I'll probably run with you guys here for like an hour, and then we'll hop off and I'll probably have another video out in a couple days, guys. I also have some really huge news coming up soon, so get hyped. Okay, there's a few of you guys who probably know, but most of you guys probably won't know this, but there is some really big news coming out. I'm really excited to share with you guys, but I can't just yet. All right. So let's see some questions here. As long as revenue and sales look good, does low keyword volume scare you away from a product? Is there a cutoff? Not necessarily, no. I personally think that if the revenue is proven, right, if you've done your due diligence and the sales are good, then what does it matter what the search volume is, right? If the sales are there, that's all that really matters. How do I find out if a potential product is gated, restricted, etc.? So there's actually a list that you can go on. Just type in Amazon restricted products. And just look there, or gated products, and look there. And also you can set up a dummy listing if you're actually really worried about it, and then see if it gets taken down. If it gets taken down, don't sell the product. If it's okay, it won't get taken down, and then that's good to go. I had a feeling you were Jewish. What do you recommend going into niche wherein the product can be sourced locally, or into niche where the product is sourced from China? Doesn't really matter. For me, it's if the money's there, I don't care, right? Like if it doesn't really matter. What's up, dollar signs? How do you deal with negotiations with Chinese supplier? I feel like as soon as they hear Amazon, they increase MOQ and prices. All right, that's actually a really, really great question. I like that a lot. There's actually a skill to it. I'm not gonna lie. So you have to think of the way everyone else does it, right? Most people will come into this and they'll try to pretend like there's some like big hot shot, company with some, like an office and whatever. And yes, to a certain extent, you want to seem bigger than what you are. But at the same time, these Chinese manufacturers aren't stupid, right? They know exactly who you are, and they know that on Amazon you're going to make money. Like the markup on Amazon they know how big it is. So in reality, right, it's okay for them to make a profit because you're trying to find this kind of like sweet spot where you make your profit and they make theirs. Because in my opinion, you want to have a long-term lasting relationship with your manufacturer. Personally, I've went through this, and switching from one manufacturer to another is very, very difficult. It takes a lot of time and takes a lot of coordination. So it's definitely not something you want to do. If you have to, then do it. But there is a very sweet spot in the negotiations, and let them have their profits. Personally, I'm happy if they're making money because that means that they're happy to have me as a client. So as long as we're both making money, we're both winning, then that's all that matters, right? It's a win-win. Okay. I recently launched a manual campaign, and for some reason, the ad isn't spending any money. I increased the bid/budget, and it's still not showing. So Fernando, here's the thing, okay? Here's what not a lot of people will tell you, and here's what people don't really know apparently, is that, and it's not your fault because no one's actually giving out this information, but basically when you put out a manual campaign, if Amazon doesn't deem your product relevant for those keywords, it's not going to show you no matter how much you spend. Amazon's a huge company, and they rather have only relevant products being shown to customers that are actually going to buy them. They don't want to show ads to customers if the customers are never going to buy. They don't want to make money off of you like that. They want to give the customers the best experience. So if Amazon doesn't think that your product is relevant for those keywords, it's not going to show you. So that's one thing you have to understand, right? You probably have to go into your backend keywords and try to fix that. You have to go into your listing and add certain words to make Amazon know what product you're selling. So that's my best advice for you there. So how much does Q4 help? I'm making good sales. Is it mainly because of Q4? So it depends on your product, right? I don't think so, right? For some of my products, it does improve drastically, but for most of them, it's a slight increase of 20, 25%, 30%, which is nice, but it's not something like absolutely outrageous for the most part. So yeah. Do you recommend anything more than PPC and Amazon Review Club for launch? Yes, I recommend PageOneify. Okay, PageOneify. I have links to it in the descriptions of all my videos, basically. And it's a launch service that I'm personally going through right now. I'm using it for one of my products. And in 3 days or 3 or 4 days, I don't remember how long I've been launching it. My product got from the depths of Amazon. It's right now on page 1, number 5 organic position. So it's working really well through the PageOneify launch. So that's really, really good. I'm really happy to see that that's actually working, because for a long time, launches didn't work and using discounted sales didn't work. And then, PageOneify comes around and they actually just switched the game a little bit. They changed some stuff and they made it viable to do, some deep discount sales. They kind of do it a different way. So I'm very happy about that, and looking forward to seeing how well it turns out. And obviously I'll share that with you guys. By the way, I think there's a problem with the new checklist. I tried twice and didn't get it. Okay, yeah, a lot of people aren't actually getting the checklist. So if you guys have not received the checklist, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remind me on Facebook, okay, if I forget, guys. Sometimes I have there's a lot going on, so I don't remember it a lot of times, but sometimes either tonight or tomorrow, I'll post up the checklist that a lot of people aren't receiving. I'll put it into the Facebook group under the Files tab, so you guys will have to join the Facebook group to get that. Also, check your spam folder and check your promotions folder, because sometimes that's going to happen and it'll be in there. All right. Let's see. What's the best way to find how many units I would need for a seasonal product? So MRA, I actually have a video on exactly how to do that. Okay, how to sell seasonal products 2 videos ago. Go check it out. It's a sick video, or 3 videos ago. I don't know. It's a sick video. Go check it out. How do you go about selling a product requiring FBA approval? A little bit sketchier, obviously, the more requirements they have like that, the sketchier, but it's definitely something that requires a barrier to entry. And like I always say, having barriers to entry is definitely something that you want to have. So if you actually go out there and you get the FDA approval, it'll be really good for you, because a lot of newbies, a lot of people who don't want to, who are lazy and don't want to do that, won't be competing with you. Yes, he has gone over different launch services in the past, Viral Launch being one of them, and most recently PageOneify. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Viral Launch. I've spoken about it to no end, but I don't like PageOneify. I mean, I love PageOneify. I don't like Viral Launch. How are you looking forward to Christmas celebrations? Will you put some of your Amazon profits aside for family gifts? Absolutely. Where do you go to get your inspection done? I'm a big believer of shopping around. Just go out there, find some inspection companies, and see if they can do it for you. Along those lines, there's also actually, if you're doing a freight forwarder, a lot of freight forwarders also offer that as a service. So you can look into those as well. Yaniv, do you hold any patents, trademarks, and is your brand registered on Amazon? I'm currently in the process of that. No patents though yet. So none of that. Hopefully in the future. I'm very hopeful for that. That would be fun. Also, guys, if you are in this live stream, remember that I'm giving away 2 one-on-one mentorship calls, all right, later in the stream. Also, we only have 22 likes, so make sure to like the stream because it really helps us show the YouTube algorithm to push the video. So that really does help us. Okay, what else we have? I found a couple of products making 10K per month with less than 100 reviews. What should I do next? I have also found products doing 100K per month, but what should I do next? So my opinion on this whole thing, and I've spoken about this a lot too, is that you shouldn't be going after products that make 100K per month. People who are going after products that are making 100K per month are the big dogs of Amazon, and unfortunately, you probably don't have the capital to compete with them. So going after products making 10K a month is a lot more of a viable process. Do you pay for inspector to review each I lost it, one sec. Each shipment before sent to FBA? No, not every single one. It also depends on the manufacturer and the past, like the previous orders. So, most of the time I have a good relationship with my manufacturer and I don't need to do that. Especially also if you're not selling products that are possibly, have a lot of moving pieces and can be broken and stuff like that. How long does it take typically to take for your products to clear customs? I paid for air shipping and it took 17 days till it showed up on my FedEx tracker. That's way too long, Nathaniel. I don't know what happened there. I recently put in another order, actually also through FedEx Air, and it's been like 3 or 4 days and it's already in the US. So yeah, 1,500 good to start. That's, listen, if I was like all the other gurus and all that stuff, I would say yes, but that's not. Realistically, I would say save up another $500 to $1,000 and you'll be in a much, much better position. Do you recommend getting an LLC? Absolutely. You definitely need an LLC. How can we optimize our listing for mobile? So there's actually a lot of ways. I actually have a video on it on my channel, but basically it all comes down to your pictures. On mobile, right? Especially, if this stat is correct, I heard this from a buddy of mine, but about 70% or something like that of shoppers actually come from mobile. So if your pictures speak, and by that what I mean is that if they kind of explain stuff without having words in them, that really does help convert a lot of mobile traffic. So for example, right, if you have a picture that shows, like, that answers my questions as a customer without having words that say it, that's going to be a lot better for you. It's going to convert a lot more. And on mobile, that's really what they're looking for. They're looking only at the pictures and at the price and at the reviews. That's it, right? They don't really read too much there. 3,000 to start. Yes, that's a lot better. Virtual address or home address. I don't know what that means. How much in average you pay for the tax to get the products into the USA? I do DDP for a lot of my products, so they're taken care of through the manufacturer. And a lot of the time the manufacturers do sketchy stuff, so you don't have to pay taxes. But I mean, I just do DDP. I literally tell the manufacturer, I say, listen, I don't care what you do, as long as the product gets into the US and gets into the Amazon warehouse. I don't care. That's what I tell them. So yeah. How much do you say is ideal to start? Yeah, there you go. 2,500 to 3,000 and onwards is a lot better. Would you recommend starting off on a 3K loan? So if you guys don't have the money to start Amazon, okay, there is options. There are options. They're like PayPal. PayPal working capital is an option. There's also credit cards that have 0% APR in the US. A lot of them that are awesome if you can qualify for them for like 18 months, 0% APR. Now the problem with that is how comfortable are you with taking on risk and with the idea of debt, right? That's what you have to ask yourself. If you are comfortable with that, then yes, it's a good idea because you can definitely turn, Amazon's kind of return on investment is a lot better than a lot of businesses out there, right? In terms of the ROI. But you just have to know, and understand really, if you're comfortable with doing that. Yaniv, do you use inventory placement service? Clearly, when starting out with low MOQ, it's the best option. But what about do you do with? No, I don't use any inventory placement service. I don't even know what that is, to be honest, because I use Amazon FBA. They just take care of everything. So yeah, I have found a few products over the last couple of weeks. I'm just wondering if the number are only high due to Q4. Should I wait and see if the sales are like after the Christmas before committing? So great question, Jacob. No, you don't have to wait till after Christmas. And the reason I say that, right, is because there's actually ways to check if your product is seasonal and how well it sells outside of the Christmas time, right? Obviously, a lot of the times right now, you guys are doing product research, and I know a lot of you guys are doing product research. You guys are going to see a lot of stuff that is going to be kind of hyperinflated. A lot of the numbers are going to be non-realistic numbers to look at throughout the year. Because like you guys know, Q4 is the biggest time for shopping. So what I would recommend is looking at the Keepa graph. Okay, so the Keepa graph is a great way to see how sporadic the actual product is. That would be my best bet. Also, look at Google Trends and see how that looks, and that's how you can really tell if it's only good for Q4. What would you say is the lowest sale to review ratio so that Amazon wouldn't get suspicious? Like 5 to 1. As much as you can. Also, it's not only about the review to sales ratio. It also is of how long in between reviews. So how long are you waiting in between reviews? That's also a very, very important part to it. You can't get the reviews too quickly. I found a product that makes 10K a month, has less than 50 reviews. There's only one person with monopoly. Should I compete by bundling and having cheaper price? Potentially. I mean, it seems like from what you're telling me, it seems like a good product. Again, obviously, there's a lot more factors into it than just that. Your thoughts on trademark? Worth getting it now in the US? Absolutely, guys. If you guys are planning to do this at all for a long period of time, if you guys want to do this as a real business, which again is what I recommend you guys do, obviously, is you're going to need a trademark. You're going to need a trademark for your protection. It also gives you a lot of benefits with Amazon. So get a trademark, especially if you're already making money on Amazon. Like for those of you who are making money right now on Amazon, pick up a trademark as soon as you can. If you guys aren't yet selling on Amazon, don't think too far ahead for you guys just yet. All right, worry about first making money, then we'll worry about protecting your brand and stuff like that. I sold my house and have over $100,000 to invest. What would be the best? What would be my case being a truly new at this? What would you do in my case being a truly new at this? Sorry, I don't know how to read. Definitely you don't need $100,000 to invest. That's like way overkill, but it's good that you have a bigger budget than most because you are able to, obviously have more to invest. Are January and February good months to sell? Absolutely. Every month is good to sell. Up 3,000, ideally, how much would you do go to products as shipping costs and how much to launching costs? Most of it to product and shipping costs, maybe $500 to launching costs is what I would guess. Inventory placement is having all your products sent to one single FBA warehouse, not dispersed. Yeah, most of the time I get my inventory sent to one warehouse. I understand that that's a new program that you can pay for if you want it in one place. If that's easier for you, then do it. However, most of my products get sent to one warehouse anyways. I've recently seen someone say you need 9K to start Amazon FBA because of the cash flow cycle. Is this true? They say it takes around 50 days for your revenue/profit to come around from Amazon. So that's an interesting question, Nathaniel. Let me explain, okay? That's not true, first of all. But second of all, you do need money to start. And the problem, in a situation like that, what I'm guessing this person is saying is that, let's say you start off Amazon, you start off with 3K, and then you run out of all your units and you need to reorder more units because you've sold out, right? Yes, you're going to need to find money from somewhere to buy it because Amazon takes 2 weeks before you can actually start getting paid out. Especially when you're new, right? When you're new, they hold your money for, I think, like 2 weeks before you get your first paycheck. So yes, you won't have money coming back in yet because Amazon is holding it just in case you're some crazy seller that is just selling some crap to people, so that they can refund them if anything. So you don't need 9K, no, but you will. It does take time for you to get your money back, yes, before you can reinvest in it. But that's a really good problem to have, right? If you're selling out of inventory so fast that you don't have enough time to restock, that's a good problem to have. So yeah. I have 3,000 units in Amazon warehouse. Can I still send? Don't know what that means. Dude, I accidentally shipped this restricted product to Amazon. It's stuck in the reserved, but should I wait for them to notify me or should I request removal order now? That is really bad. That's really, really bad. I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know what to tell you there. I guess just keep it there, I think. Yeah. When bundling a product with another product I get both manufacturers to send to FBA, then get FBA to bundle, or do I send them to each other? Okay, so when you're doing bundling, you don't want to send to FBA, right? You want to send them you want to get one manufacturer to send it to the other manufacturer, and then that manufacturer will package them up and then ship them over to Amazon. So that's what you want to do. PageOneify recommends my max giveaway should be 40 per day from their end. Would you recommend attacking a keyword with 2 launch services? Okay, listen, Adrian, I think it's a terrible idea to go after a product after a keyword that is 40 per day. I recommend going after a smaller keyword in that same, realm that's still relevant to your product, because 40 a day is outrageous. That's like a huge giveaway. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Just find a smaller keyword that you can rank for. In Spain, $1,000 for launch if you want PageOneify, the rest for inventory. I don't know what that means. Where do you say one can find restricted list? Just type in on Google Amazon restricted products list and it'll come up. How far apart you suggest launching your product from first launch, multiple in a month, or one in a month for better cash flow? Definitely only launch one product at a time. That's my biggest tip to you guys. You don't want to overwhelm yourself with a few products. It's really hard to do that, especially if you don't have that much capital. Closing your listing when you run out of inventory saves your rank. It doesn't necessarily save your rank, but it does help your rank. So I would recommend it, yes. What prevents a Chinese manufacturer or trade house from selling your improved product? Can one protect oneself? So John, that's actually a great question. In terms of protecting your own, if you paid for molds or something like that, in terms of protecting it, no, there is really no way to protect it. And that's where the whole good relationship with your manufacturer comes in. If you have a good relationship with your manufacturer, you're giving them profits, they like you guys have a long-standing relationship, long-standing business relationship, and you order enough products from them, and you're like kind of keeping their like supply chain full. And this is something I learned from a friend of mine, Rafa. He's like a 7-figure seller. A lot of the times he does differentiate a lot of products, and he does, get new molds, and he does, crazy stuff to change the products around. And what he told me is that as long as you're keeping their supply chain full, as long as you're constantly ordering from them and you're keeping them busy, you're giving them enough money in terms of orders, they're not going to care. They're not going to want to do business with anyone else. They're going to want to do business with you because you're giving them everything they need. So that is really the best bet. Otherwise, what you can also do is you can try to patent the product, but that's a very long process too, and pretty difficult as well. And even then, right, in China, they're gonna rip it off anyways. Hey, Yaniv, I messaged you on Facebook to talk about mentor call. I don't know if my message went to the junk folder. All right, Lauren, I'll check it out. I didn't see it, but I'll check it. Just message me again, just in case, all right? Is it okay to go for a 4-piece product as the first product, or is it too complicated? I don't know what that means as a 4-piece product. If you have 4 pieces in your bundle, yeah, that could be a little bit complicated. How long after you found your first product Did you start looking for a second? Did you wait till you made sure you made profit off yours first? Yeah, I did make sure that I made profit. I actually think that when I first launched my product, I think I waited a little too long before going into my next one. I should have just reinvested more and, you know, moved quicker with my decisions. And looking back at it, that's definitely something I would have done. But I think, you know, once you actually have enough reviews, you know, maybe 30 or 40 plus reviews, you know, you're consistently making sales. You're consistently ranked for, you know, most of your keywords. That's when you can start, you know, you got your PPC kind of optimized and it's doing well. That's when you should start looking into doing another one. Okay, how can you test if your listing is optimized? There's really no way. You just have to look at your, you got to look at your conversion rate, right? So if your conversion rate is good, that means your listing is good. So that's the only way to do it. How many PageOneify reviews, and can you give a quick breakdown? How do they get these products for free? How do you get them to review? So PageOneify is not a review service. The way PageOneify actually works, and I will have a video coming out, you know, probably soon, with the CEO of PageOneify, because I actually copped on a call with him about a week ago, and I spoke with him about you know, PageOneify because I heard about it and I liked the topic, and I was looking for a way to launch one of my new products. So the way it works is actually you have to pick up a plan from them, and what they do is they find users, you know, regular people off of Facebook to buy your product. Unlike other, you know, other services who have kind of a website that they have people go on, like discount shoppers go on, that doesn't work as well. And also a lot of sellers go to those websites to actually buy discounted products and then list them back up on your listing and kind of hijack it. So that's not something you want. They also use PPC. It's just a whole different system, and I'll have a video on this on the channel where you know, Lewis, the CEO, will actually explain it a lot better. But it's working very well for me right now, and we'll just see how that turns out. The launch is about halfway through, and I'm already on the first page, organic position number 5. So that's really awesome. And again, guys, I will keep you updated on that. And you know me, guys, I'm not here to push anything that would not work. PageOneify seems to be working well, so that's why I'm telling you guys about this. But other than that, like I don't you know me, guys, I don't do that stuff. While doing product research, I came across product doing $1 million per month. Now multiply that 1 million by 70. That's how much it's worth in India. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I've seen some crazy products on Amazon. They're asking national ID. I don't have. I'm a U.S. citizen. ID or passport can work. I have no idea, man. Call Amazon and they'll really be able to help you out there. What's your preferred payment method of paying suppliers? Definitely PayPal. I like PayPal the most protections, in my opinion. You can also use trade assurance because a lot of the time the suppliers don't like PayPal. But yeah, that's also a great way to go about it. What if PageOneify doesn't get me sales? Do I get a review because it's very niche? I don't know what that means. Again, PageOneify doesn't get you any reviews. It just gets you sales so that you get ranked to the first page. And they will get you sales. You have sold me on PageOneify. Do you have a referral link, or shall I let them know you send me? Oh, yeah, I have a referral link in my last video. Okay, if you go check that out, I'll have there's a PageOneify link. And thank you for that, Adrian. That's awesome. Thanks for the support. I found a product that has a US patent pending. Should I stay away? Jacob, so that's a great question. The thing with that is that the thing with you know, the patents is that if the patent goes through, you're screwed. Like straight up, you're screwed, and you're gonna lose a lot of money, probably a lot of, you know, inventory and stuff like that. You're gonna get screwed. Now, if the patent doesn't go through, then you might be making a killing, right? So it's really something you have to weigh out. I personally probably wouldn't go after that, just because it kind of sketches me out. Do you do PayPal business or just individual pay for goods and services? I do pay for goods and services. Yeah, that's how I usually pay. And you're okay with the PayPal fee? Yeah, Nick, I am. I do pay with the PayPal fee, and it doesn't turn out to be that much. Like, to be honest, it's not enough for me not to use it. And I personally know that PayPal has my back. And yeah, I don't know. I've just trusted PayPal, and I've used them since I started, and I've had no problems. What is the other payment option I mentioned? It was Alibaba Trade Assurance. So on Alibaba, they have their own payment service that you can use. So PageOneify gets you sales at full price or it's discounted, and these sales could be possible reviews. It's discounted and they could be reviews, yes. So what gets you better listing, higher reviews or sales? Higher reviews, newsworthy. I'm kind of confused on some of your questions, man. Do you have a sample follow-up email sequence? I'm working on my jump send sequence now. Nathaniel, I actually might be making a video on that soon, so stick around. It's actually a sick email sequence. It's one that I've been using since the beginning of my Amazon, career. It's one that me and my buddy actually made together about a year and a half ago now, and it's worked like wonders. So I will be making a video on that soon. They use sponsored ad sales. That's what's different about them. Yeah, they use sponsored ad sales, and also they get customers from Facebook and other advertisement, methods. They don't just pick people from, just random discount hunters. What is your best advice for ranking? Pick up PageOneify. Difference between PayPal and wire transfer. Do not do wire transfer. Would you discard a great supplier if they don't offer DDP? Not necessarily, right? You can always get a freight forwarder. You can always get someone to deal with that for you, or you can do it yourself. It depends, right? If you're shipping by air or sea, no, if it's a great supplier, no, I wouldn't. Hey, Yaniv, how does it feel to be successful in Amazon FBA business? It feels good. It feels nice. It's always a struggle. Obviously, you always want to be growing. You always want to be optimizing. You always need to be, doing that kind of stuff. So, it's never something you should be resting on your laurels on. It's not something that I will take for granted. You always need to be moving forward, right? If you're not moving forward, you're moving backward. So, to say, success, I don't know. That's a funny word, but yeah. Do you think it's early to start shipping Valentine's Day product to Amazon? No, I think it's actually it's a pretty good time to do that right now. It's actually the perfect time to ship a Valentine's Day product right now. I heard somewhere that you need to unfriend someone if they are going to give you a review. Otherwise, Amazon will know. Do you know this is true? Okay, guys, now I'm going to give you guys some controversial advice, okay? Some really controversial advice. And it's because I get far too many questions like that about unfriending people on Facebook and stuff like that. Guys, it's bullshit, okay? You do not need to unfriend people on Facebook, okay? I have a review left from one of my family members that has the same last name as me, and they left the review on Amazon, okay? It's not real. The problem, though, is that when people use their friends and family, they get the reviews left too quickly. That's the problem, right? When you use friends and family, people leave reviews they buy the product and then 3 days later they leave a review. Amazon knows that's the sketchy part. You have to wait 7 to 10 to 14 days even, right? Sometimes to get reviews. And if you do that, you'll be fine. You don't have to unfriend. You don't have to do anything. I guarantee you that was made up by, I know exactly what it was made up by, but it was made up by some person to make you guys think that he's smart and that he knows what he's talking about. It's not true. Hey, Yaniv, your last strategy looks very promising. Is there a way that we can historically most selling seasonal products by month instead of searching keywords like Halloween on trends? Yeah, you can. You can do your own research and stuff, but that's really the best way I figured out about it. Yaniv, who won the last time one-on-one call? Jija won the one-on-one call, as well as some other person. I don't remember their name, but I had the one-on-one call with Jija earlier today, and it was very nice. How are your sales this month? Doing good, man. Doing good. It's Q4. December's coming. Everything's going well. You gonna cop a bust down rollie? What is the best way to rank without giveaway services? There really is no best way to rank without them, man. There's no real way around it, right? Amazon FBA is a formula. You follow the formula and you succeed. You don't follow the formula, you stray off of one piece or you stray off of one section of the formula, and it will hurt you, right? You need to follow everything precisely, and only then it will work the way it's supposed to, right? Obviously, there's sometimes that people don't do giveaways and it works, but those are the odd occasions. Have you ever used other fulfillment centers in the US other than Amazon to bundle and ship your items? No, I wouldn't recommend doing that. My manual PPC ad isn't getting any money spent. I'm not sure if the listing is optimized. My niche doesn't have lots of keywords. Help. So you have to optimize your listing. Your listing isn't optimized, and you also need to maybe increase your bid and your budget. Who do I have to box for that one-on-one mentorship call? That's funny. Yaniv, do you recommend staying away from seasonal products? If it's my first product, should I look for a long-term product? But like, it's really that's a great question. But really, it's a question for you. How comfortable are you with taking on some additional risk to launch a seasonal product? Now, I have a video 2 videos ago that I talk about how to actually do this. Right? There's a method to the madness. But it's something you got to make a decision on your own. Obviously, the safest bet is to just to find an evergreen product that sells the same year round. You know, so do you know how to skateboard, ski, and skate? I know how to ski and skate, not so much skateboard. I used to skateboard when I was younger. You know, those like you know when you're young and you just like skateboard. Yeah, I used to do that when I was younger. I got no backup cash to make giveaways. They are expensive as. Listen, YouTube Rewind. That's tough, but in reality, right? That's an expense you're gonna need to get. I think I should stick with eBay reselling and phone flipping. I mean, if you can figure out a way to scale that, that's probably pretty good. How to get Amazon's choice on my listing? Is it just by sales? It's random. It's Amazon's choice. It's the way they decide to do it. Apparently, there are some factors that go into it, but really, it's kind of more random, is what I've noticed. Is it possible to rank organically with aggressive PPC only? I figured if you do giveaway service, you're much more exposed to hijackers and such. Yes, you are more exposed to hijackers, but you can do PPC as well. It is possible. But it's more difficult, and also if your product is competitive, it's not going to work. So if your product is not as competitive, then yeah, it's definitely possible to just rank with PPC. I left the review too fast, and now my product is suspended from leaving reviews. When will it be back on? That is tough. That is tough. I mean, I've talked on my channel many times about not leaving reviews too fast and the importance of holding off on reviews. At this point, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. Method to the madness. Got disconnected. Sorry, in case anyone answered. Have you ever used fulfillment centers? No, I have not. Can I win a free call? What's up, Sammer? I don't know if you guys know Sammer. I don't know if you remember this, but you were one of the first comments on my YouTube channel. Like on my first ever video, you commented and you were like, "Congrats on the sales." So it was pretty cool. Do you think of getting Jeff Bezos on live stream? Listen, that would be some next level live stream. I'd definitely do that. Boxing for the one-on-one call. I'll destroy all of you guys 1v5. Okay, guys, you guys got to chill. Okay, there's enough one-on-one calls for everyone. Did you forget? Yeah, you were one of the first people. Like I think literally, like it was my buddy, and then it was you who messaged me on there. One of my campaigns says it's delivering, but once you click on it, it says suspended. Once you click on it, it says suspended. That's weird. I'm not sure why that's happening. Call Amazon. Sometimes it might be because Amazon's not delivering it because they don't think that it's actually relevant. I'm not sure. Make a vid together. That would be cool. I'm down if Sammer is down. How long before you make a milli? Who are you talking to, me or Sammer? What's with the boxing? Jinja, man, I have no idea what's with the boxing. Newsworthy is going crazy in the chat. So I don't know. What service do you use for email sequences? I use JumpSend right now. JumpSend's definitely my personal favorite, just because I know that You know, I'm a big fan of Jungle Scout. I know that all the Jungle Scout stuff is, you know, the OG stuff. They've been around for a long time. They have all the data. They have all the kind of experience, right? So personally, I stick to that. So I use JumpSend. Do you have any tips for keyword ranking? Is it better to rank for multiple keywords than build up to more dominant keywords, or go for dominant keywords right away? It depends how big the keywords that you're trying to rank for, right? If you're trying to rank for a keyword that has, you know, that you need to give away 40 units a day to, then don't do it. Do something smaller, right? It depends on the market. Is it risky to get Canadian buyers to buy your product and leave a review on Amazon USA? I don't think that's possible, because you have to have over $50 spent on your Amazon US account. I think that's a more sketchy way to go about it. I probably wouldn't try it. Just find some people in the US. I know it's hard sometimes, and if that's too hard, just get the early reviewer program. At the end of the day, that's always an option. What would be the best times to get a response from you on Facebook Messenger? Guys, I tried my best to answer as much as I possibly can. Sometimes it just takes a while, and sometimes your messages get lost in there. So I'll try my best. All your products on the first page? Yeah, all products on the first page. That's basically the only way, you know, products make money. If they're not on the first page for the main keywords, well, I mean, there are obviously some keywords that they're not going to be on the first page for, but, you know, as long as the main keywords are on the first page, that's all that really matters. Otherwise, you're not going to be making money. So if the review, the organic, but a very bad review, do you think Amazon will leave it? Kind of unfair. Yeah, they're going to leave reviews. It's very difficult to get reviews taken off Amazon. 82 watching, only 43 likes. Smash the like button, guys. Literally, guys, why is there 86 people in here and only 44 likes? That's weak, guys. That's weak. Come on, show some support. Show me that you guys appreciate this, all right? Show me this so I know to come back and do more of these. All right, I'm going to do this, guys. I'm waiting for the day that we can get 100 concurrent people in the live stream. When we can get 100, if we can hit 100 people, guys, call your friends, call your family, get 100 people concurrent on the live stream. That would be awesome. That's my goal as of right now. I need to hit 100 people. Whether that happens, you know, today or next week, we'll figure it out. On your Amazon checklist, you have logo design after production has started. Is that only if you're putting the logo in the box and not the actual product? Yeah, Jacob, it's kind of hard to, you know, quantify a step-by-step process with Amazon. Some things kind of overlap, and some things, you know, just some things have to happen at the same time. And yeah, you want to get your box designed, you know, around the time that you start production, so you can give it to them. They can do that as well. Best way to remove negative reviews? Impossible. Well, not impossible, but basically impossible. Oh, guys, on that note, guys, that's a lie. I actually just did some stuff that's a little bit sketchy, but is crazy effective. And if you guys want to see that in a video, I can show you guys how to actually find the emails of the people who left you a negative review. And it is pretty insane. But it's possible to find them, talk to them, and try to address their concerns to be able for them to, you know, remove the feedback. Technically, that's against terms of service, but it is a way, and it has worked for me for one review, and I can share with you guys if you want to see that. Just let me know. Type 1 in the comments if you want to see that. Okay. Can you see how much you would have to pay for keywords of a product that you didn't decide yet if you? Oh God. Okay. There's a lot of ones. Okay. I lost the question. Troll life. Okay. This guy's a troll, eh? All right. I see you. Okay. That's cool. My product is in a cloth bag, 4 to a carton. Do I need to have them in plastic bags to stick barcodes on, or can I just attach a tag? I would recommend put a plastic bag. If you're going to do it, just put them all in a plastic bag. What's better for ranking, reviews or sales for launch? What, ranking or reviews? You need to do both, man. Newsworthy. Watch some of my videos, buddy. I think you're new to the channel. I think you should be watching some of my YouTube videos. There's a lot of information in there, and it's going to help you get started. Do you still do reverse asins on your competitors, or do you create your own keywords to rank? Great question, Carl. I like that. Basically, I don't actually use reverse asins anymore a lot of the times. I actually use Jungle Scout Keyword Scout. They have a kind of a reverse asin function. Not really. It's similar though, and yeah, it works. It works really well too. Is it possible to break into a competitive / saturated market with enough startup capital? Yes. And that's why if you do have, you are experienced and you do have a lot of startup capital, you can really break into more competitive markets. Do you make your box for product from the same manufacturer that does what? Do you make your box for the product from the same manufacturer that does that product? Not always, right? Some of the times the manufacturers don't also do the boxes, so they'll outsource that, or you have to outsource it. How much of your profit do you put back into your business? Actually, at this point, it's not a majority, but a significant amount of it for sure. A significant amount. I really just pull out whenever I need to, whenever I feel like I need to put out another product, right? The rest of it is just reorder on kind of repeat. Then when I want to put out a new product, I release a product. I also don't release several products at once, so I don't pull out that much capital, right? If my product costs me $5,000, I'll just take that $5,000, reinvest it. So not a lot, but still, when you're given that one-on-one mentorship call, soon enough, guys. I'm probably wrapping up pretty soon, and then I'll announce it. I'll announce one right now, okay? So for you guys who have been waiting, okay, I'll announce one. This one is from my last video, guys. If you do not know, I actually do one-on-one calls in every single video, and if you commented or if you did anything, whatever, you'd have a chance to win. So right now I'm going to go back into there. I'm going to pick a random comment in here. And if if this is you, then message me and we'll set something up. Okay. Joanne Butler from one day ago. Okay. Message me on Facebook. If you're seeing this, message me on Facebook. We'll set you up with a call. I've had a call with Jija, had a call with Tomer, I had a call with a lot of people from these live streams, and it's really fun, really awesome. So message me there. And as for another one, there's going to be another one, guys. Don't worry. There's another, one going to be announced at the end of the live stream right before I sign off, and I'll tell you guys who that's going to be. Okay. How do you calculate the sales volume required to rank on the first page for a keyword? Another great question, John. I'm liking these questions. I'm liking the questions. They don't come often, but when they come, they're good. So basically what you have to do is you go to Jungle Scout Keyword Scout and you type in a keyword, whatever keyword that you want. And on that keyword, it's going to show you the search volume. It's going to also show you the recommended giveaways per day. And that's what you're looking for, the recommended giveaways per day. That's where you find it in the Jungle Scout Keyword Scout, which is included with your Jungle Scout web app subscription. Can you make a video explaining the tariffs and how it will impact on the profit margin? Thanks. I already have a video on that. You can go check it out. Spoiler alert, it's not a big deal, guys. At least for now, it's not a big deal. You are very generous. Are you Canadian? I am Canadian, yes. Can you please recommend any website or a person who can take professional pictures? Yes, go head over to the JungleMarket, okay, junglemarket.com. If you guys want to support the channel, okay, there are links in my videos to JungleMarket, okay? If you use those links, I get money because it's an affiliate commission. And if you guys appreciate this generous, kind of stuff that I'm doing here, then go ahead and use those. If not, just go in the JungleMarket and, search up that way and then find something there. When should you do tax on Amazon USA? I live in Canada. I actually don't give any tax advice. My tax advice to you is get an accountant and they'll help you out. When should you, okay, another question, same thing. Does your launch typically just take a week? So with PageOneify, they say do 8 days. So 8 days of product launch. Troll life, man. This guy's just sitting here trolling. How do you get your product into Walmart? Do you know how I did wake up today to join your live stream? My baby cried for milk. Noticed it was time for your live stream. Okay. Can you make using helium-10? I don't use helium-10 too much, but potentially maybe in the future. I used your Jungle Scout link. Everybody wins. Thank you, Shabooty Boo. When did you start your second product after getting income from the first product immediately after starting first product? I don't remember exactly how much it was, guys. My first product came in about 1.5 years ago. I don't remember all the stuff. I can barely remember what's happening today. So yeah, it was about 2 months, I would say, though. What is your mother's maiden name and social security number? Message me on Facebook. I'll give you all of those and all that information. How long after your launch a product do you see it start being profitable? It usually is profitable off the first launch, right? I mean, off the first order. If it's not profitable off the first order, then really what are we doing here, right? We're trying to, you're trying to make money, so you gotta plan to be profitable off the first launch. I don't recommend PPC on day one. No, I really don't recommend it, but you could if you want to. I've seen it work for some people. What should I do if my product does not rank to the first page after 8 days? So if you use the proper launching services, if you've made a listing correctly, like I teach on the channel, if you listen to the advice that I give here, if you watched all my videos, and if you kind of know stuff about Amazon, you shouldn't run into a problem like that, okay? Your product will rank. Now, the problem is, will it actually stay ranked? If your listing isn't optimized, it's not going to stay ranked. You're just going to fall right back off. If people don't want to buy your product, it doesn't matter if you're on the first page, right? If people don't want to buy it, they're not going to buy it, and you're just going to drop off the first page. So that's something that you need to be careful of. All right? Describe launch in short form. I will not do that because I've described that a lot on my channel, a lot in these live streams, but go check out other live streams. Go check out my videos on launches, and it will explain literally everything, guys. Literally, it's free. You guys don't need to pay for anything. It's free. Just go check it out. Go watch it. Go listen to my voice. I actually don't give people product ideas for a price, because if I find a product that is like, if I find a product, if I personally am going out to do product research, then why? Like, I just rather launch that product myself. Mohammed Hikam, yeah, I do offer one-on-one. I don't advertise it much, but you can message me on Facebook if you're really interested, and we can talk about it there. What's your product? Troll life, man. If I told you, I'd have to kill you. So do your homework, people. Yeah, exactly. Jungle Scout merch, dude. Jija, I know. Don't worry. I actually bought it. I paid for it. I bought it. It's coming. Next week, I'll be here in Jungle Scout merch, okay? And also, we might have a live stream sooner, okay, guys? This is going to be probably a shorter live stream than usual. We're going to cut it off in like a minute or two. And don't go anywhere because I'm going to name the winner. But I might have another live stream midweek, so stay tuned for that, guys. Also, big news. Huge news. Okay, let me see. You're awesome, dude. Thanks. Can you give us encouragement speech? I'm hearing lots of horror stories from people got stuck with their product not selling. I mean, listen, you can just go on YouTube, search up motivational video, man. There's so many motivational videos out there. Go watch that. Just fucking do it, man. Just, if you educate yourself, there's really no reason you should fail, right? If you're going into this half-assed, then yes, you're gonna fail. I mean, listen, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? If you guys want me to tell you this is a get-rich-quick scheme, I'm not going to tell you that, right? Go somewhere else, go listen to someone else, preaching like all that stuff, right? You're not going to get rich with no work. You're not going to get rich. That's like, if you don't put the work in, it's not gonna happen. It's not. So put the work in, invest the time, invest, your effort, and then you'll see results. That's the only way life works. Comments on Amazal versus Jungle Scout. John, see, this is how I can tell. John, I like the question, but this is how I can tell you're newer to this channel, right? Jija has actually trolled me on this before, because all I say is I always say Jungle Scout. I always say Jungle Scout, like Jungle Scout over everything, right? And Jija's like, why don't you just buy a Jungle Scout merch t-shirt? So I actually did, and that's why next week I'm going to be wearing my Jungle Scout merch t-shirt, so you guys know exactly, which thing I support. Tell me your product so I can optimize the listing, steal your sales, and become a six-figure Amazon seller. I like your stream. Thank you very much for doing. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Walk in the field to get rich quick scheme. They fail and it says oversaturated. Yeah, honestly. Just tell me, is it possible to make 1K on Amazon FBA business? It's possible to make a lot more than 1K. I've asked this about 20 times now. How can you compare storage fees, current fees compared to regular non-LTFs? How can you compare storage fees, current fees compared to regular? I don't know what that means, but you can you get the Amazon FBA or just go to Amazon Revenue Calculator and you can check it there. An LLC is 100% necessary. All right, guys. So that is that for this live stream. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. I have some stuff to go to. I have some dinners to attend. So I will cut this one a little bit short. But like I said, guys, if you stuck around to this point, like the video, okay, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Lots of awesome stuff coming in the future, all right? And another thing, guys, I do have some big news coming. So if there's a live stream later in the week, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned on the Facebook because it's going to be awesome. So that's that. Also, guys, if you don't know, every Sunday, right, this live streams happen every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys for coming. I know a lot of you guys stay up very late for this or wake up really early. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, all right? Now, as for the winner, okay, let me see who here was, honestly, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to give it to John Imbalt. John, if you're here, okay, hope you are, message me on Facebook and we'll plan out your one-on-one call. I picked John because John, he didn't comment much, but when he did, it was some good questions, and I do appreciate that. Thank you all for commenting. Thank you all for participating in the live stream, guys. I love you all. Best of luck to everyone, and I will see you guys in the next live stream. All right, see ya.